Hey everyone. So yesterday evening was an interesting one. Tesla reported its Q4 2021 earnings report and had its earnings call. I gotta say, I was blown away, but I'm kind of getting this every 3 months. And yesterday, actually, as the earnings call was going on and the price went into negative territory, I gotta say, I actually sold most of my positions and needed to buy more Tesla. And I'm going to get into why and also which positions I sold, not Palantir, just to start. So they came out with their earnings, and originally their revenue looked incredible, and their net income was also good in earnings per share. However, it was lower than the higher forecast and what I forecasted. But then when you look into it, it was because their operating expenses went up due to the one-time charge, the payroll expenses that Tesla had to pay because of Elon's stock-based compensation payout. So this is a one-time expense. It hit operating margins, and obviously that hit the net income. It definitely doesn't change anything with the story. So for me, it really, like, if this was the reason for the dip, then I'm very glad about that, and I kind of hope it continues. And then in the earnings call, I would say that this was probably the most exciting earnings call in terms of roadmap. There were some negative things that I think the financial media will take out of it in terms of they won't be producing the Cybertruck this year, and they are not even looking at the $25,000 compact car that they promised. But ultimately, the reason is, Elon said two reasons. The first one is because, and I already said this in a video where I explain why I believe Tesla can go to 3,000 in 2025, and now I kind of think that it's way above that. Anyways, the first reason is because of battery constraints. Tesla is using every single battery they can get, so there's just no need to add any new production lines at the moment. And they still said that they should grow well over 50% this year, which means I would say that they probably will deliver over 1.5 million vehicles. And they also discussed the 4680s. They should be coming out of Austin, Texas. They're already in some of the vehicles produced there, not yet in Giga Berlin. Those will be with the 2170s to start. And it just shows Tesla is the battery company as well from Battery Day. And then going on to the $25,000 car, they said Elon talked about FSD a lot in the earnings call. He is extremely bullish on it, really thinks that it's happening this year. I know he's said that before, but I was shocked to hear that there is 60,000 people on the FSD beta, which means the growth rate in learning will be exponential. And that's why I think that we may be all surprised by how quickly Tesla actually gets FSD to become a reality. And all of this just with the car business makes me extremely bullish. And then with the energy business, we did see a drop off. But again, I think it goes back to that battery constraints. It's all about where Tesla is focused on. They're right now focused on their car business, specifically Model Y and Model 3 the most. But they, as Elon said on the call and said before, their goal is to transition the world to sustainable energy. Energy obviously is part of that, but they don't have enough batteries to really put a focus on that yet. So I think and also talked about chips. So as batteries and chips start to come online going forward over the next decade, I think the energy business will be also massive. Then he talked about the humanoid robot. They are calling it Optimust. And I was shocked that he said they can have by this year a potential use case for the robot. And he said that this, he believes, will be bigger than their car business. So when I look at Tesla and the reason why I sold almost everything. So right now my portfolio is now about 70% Tesla. Then I have some Google, some Palantir, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, and a little bit of Amazon. And that's it. I sold all my fintech, Coinbase, PayPal, SoFi, Square. I sold CrowdStrike, and I had some other small positions because when I look at Tesla, just the car business in terms of its margins and its scale, I mean, I think that they can get to the 10 million easy and even to the 20 million potentially, because the demand right now just for the Model Y and Model 3, I think, is beyond anyone's expectations, beyond mine. I thought they would need to come out with that $25,000 car, the Cybertruck, the Semi, and all that just to hit the 2 to 3 million range. But it seems like they might be able to do that just from almost what they're producing now. And that means that the scale over the next 10 years or so is phenomenal. Plus their margins in general are just beyond my expectations. And this ultimately means just for this business, I'm willing to invest in Tesla. Now, then we have the energy business, which I'm extremely bullish on. And now understanding that it is battery constraints that is keeping these businesses down. And then when it comes to the Optimist, I mean, it's another call option on this company that's insane. And to me, it makes sense. Like, if you're able to create a self-driving car, which is pretty much a robot with eyes that is going to be acting in the most difficult moments because it's life and death, and being efficient there, which they already are to a certain extent, then having a robot in your house, which the hardware I don't think is that difficult. Like the Boston Dynamics part of it, building that, I don't think it's difficult. I think it's the brain and the vision that connects with it that's difficult. But they prove they can do this. So having a robot that can learn, oh, this is how you do dishes, this is how you go do laundry or go to the store to buy you something, like all these smaller things that you can train, I really see it taking place, whether it's at the end of the decade, but that gives another, I mean, really the possibilities are endless. And it was just so clear to me again, and this keeps on happening with each earnings report and each earnings call. I not always just going by, because a lot of times it has a pump, and originally it did go up to like the 970s, and I do not like to buy out of principle when a stock just jumps out of euphoria. But when it came back down into the red, I just started to buy, and then I started to liquidate other positions and continue to buy. And I really will be focusing on buying Tesla. I really hope the macro environment hits it more, because I've never been so bullish on Tesla. I don't think it has the upside to what it had since I started investing in 2017, but my conviction is definitely a lot higher than that. And I will be buying over the next, hopefully it stays this level over the next year, I would say. So thank you so much for watching. Congratulations if you're a Tesla investor. If you're trying to get into Tesla, then I hope this was helpful information. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.